Greetings gamers! In this episode of Big Fat Freebie Friday, I want to look at the free-to-play game Apex Legends. Well, what can I say? This game is an instant phenomenon. It took me and most of the world, I think, by surprise. In this market, gamers are just getting used to games being announced when they're still a long way from being ready, and after what feels like years of waiting, we're offered a rather buggy experience and a clearly incomplete game which hopefully will be finished in the next 2 years, and then expected to pay a huge amount of money for the privilege of playing this unfinished work. But this game came virtually out of nowhere and released with what looks like a pretty polished version with next to no warning. With over 25 million downloads in the first 2 weeks, I don't need to tell you how popular this team-based first-person shooter is. And if you haven't already heard of this game, well, yeah, all I can say is, hello, welcome to Earth. When I'm looking for a free game to play, here are the 3 basic things I most want to know. Well, I've downloaded it for a few days and my computer hasn't been infected to my knowledge. When I first downloaded it, my antivirus said it was safe, and having done a full system scan, my antivirus software didn't flag any problems. Since playing the game, I've not had any warnings about spyware or malware, but I'm in no position to guarantee that it's safe. All I can say is I haven't personally had any problems with this game. In general, when you download games, even free games, from official sites, they're usually virus-free. But that's no reason not to have a good antivirus software running in the background just to be on the safe side. Electronic Arts have had some controversy over their use of your personal data, but that hasn't stopped millions of players enjoying their games. Apex Legends is available from the Microsoft Store for the Xbox, from Origin for Windows, and the PlayStation Store for, well, the PS4. Don't try to download it from an unofficial third-party site. Remember, this game is free, so don't be fooled into paying for the various packs that give you various skins or coins to go with the game, thinking that you're paying for the actual game. The base game itself is free. At the time of writing, this game is not available for mobile platforms. It is not available on Android, nor is it available for iOS. This hasn't stopped a lot of people looking for it. I've seen several YouTube videos of people showing how to download it for both Android and iOS, with thousands of views, with loads of people saying that they followed the instructions and it works perfectly. These comments, of course, may well be fake. Oh, who am I kidding? They're almost certainly fake. Hackers are very sophisticated at IP spoofing. Nevertheless, they wouldn't be going to so much trouble if there wasn't a demand for Apex Legends on mobile. It shows there is interest in a mobile version of this extremely popular game. It is of course possible that there may be some relatively safe third-party sites that stream the game to mobiles, but if you want to play this game on a mobile without waiting for it to be officially released on those platforms, then you do so at your own risk. Kaspersky has warned that Android and iOS users have downloaded malware by trying to do this. As of the time of making this video, Apex Legends is not officially available on any mobile platform. Respawn have announced that there are plans for mobile and Nintendo Switch versions of the game. Currently, I can't find any information that says when or even if Apex Legends will be available for Macs and Linux, sorry. I haven't seen any bugs in this game. In fact, it's a lot better put together than some £70 games I've seen. This game was sprung on us with very little fanfare and almost no build-up, and it has been released in a way that seems extremely polished. Kudos to Respawn, whose refusal to hype the game before its release seems to have really paid off. Now, that being said, there are thousands of reports of bugs on their technical forum, many referencing the dreaded instruction referenced invalid memory error, where the game tried to reference an invalid memory location at some long hexadecimal number. Some people claim they fixed the problem by reinstalling or updating Windows or updating their drivers, but others have claimed to have tried that and it didn't work. Still others have said that they haven't had any problems with the game before, but now, after a recent update, they are encountering this problem. I haven't personally encountered this problem myself, even after nearly a whole day of playing it, so I guess this game might not be compatible with certain builds. Now, this is further reinforced by the nearly 1,500 posts on their technical forum complaining about the game suddenly crashing or closing down without any error messages. This seems to mostly affect people with AMD Phenom CPUs. Now, that being said, Apex Legends logged more than 50 million new players in the first month, and given how many people have downloaded and played the game, the relatively small number of people experiencing bugs suggests this game is incredibly well made and stable. That's poor consolation, I know, for people who are still experiencing instability while playing the game, and I do hope the developers figure out what's going on and fix the issue soon. There are packs you can buy which provide coins to spend in-game to get various skins and customizations and other cosmetics and even unlock legends, but the legends can be unlocked by playing the games. The developers have said that they value the people who give up their time to play the game as much as they value the people who spend their money. I think EA might have learned their lessons since the loot box scandal in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Okay, now that my 3 big concerns about free-to-play games is out of the way, let's look at how to get it. For desktop and laptop gamers, it's available from Origin and can be downloaded from their website. It's also available in the PlayStation Store on the PS4 and PS4 Pro, and the Microsoft Store for the Xbox One, Xbox One S and Xbox One X. Well, yes and no. This game is a battle royale just like Fortnite and PlayerUnknown Battleground. It's a team-based battle royale where you're forced into teams of 3 players. Your legends have unique abilities and chargeable ultimates which, used correctly, can provide a significant tactical advantage for your team, and in this respect it has more in common with Blizzard's Overwatch. This game, however, is set in the Titanfall universe and gives you 8 different legends to choose from, each with their unique abilities. You drop into an ever-collapsing battle arena, unarmed and virtually defenceless, as you search, Hunger Games style, for weapons, armour and consumables that will give you a tactical advantage over your opponents. Okay, so when you start this game, you're given a single tutorial level where you get to see how you use the basic controls and get to practice your aim against stationary or moving targets. However, the moving targets move in a slow, predictable manner, making them very easy to hit and not terribly useful practice against real players who tend to move more erratically. Then you're into the actual battle royale itself. You compete in a single map with 60 other people, that's 20 teams of 3, and you hope your team of 3 is the last team standing at the end of a Hunger Games style match. When you jump down into the drop zone that you or one of your team members select, then you run around trying to find loot so that you can get better weapons, shields, grenades, or anything that will give you a tactical advantage over other players. If you don't want to play with your teammates, you can break off and go it alone, but doing so means you're on your own against other teams of 3, and you have left your 2 teammates to fend for themselves. You then battle to the death in an ever-collapsing battlefield. As the shield contracts, you must continuously move into ever smaller spaces, forcing the players together, increasing the likelihood that they will encounter each other and have to fight to the death. This collapsing shield mechanic actively discourages camping, which is a major annoyance in FPS battlegrounds. In Apex Legends, though, death is not necessarily the end of the story. If you are killed, your teammates have a small window of opportunity to revive you, and even if they miss that window of opportunity, they still have the opportunity to pick up your banner and take it to a respawn location, although doing so puts them at a disadvantage as it alerts other players to your location. So it's up to you if you feel the risk of getting picked off while trying to revive your teammate is worth the potential reward of having a full team again. Experience is earned whether you come first or last, but more experience is granted to those who do better in the arena. There is also an exciting mechanic where the best player in that particular group of 60 is advertised in banners all over the arena. This gives you some kudos or pride points, allows you to puff your chest out and say, yeah, I'm the best. Unfortunately, it's also a massive, great big target on your back that everyone else will probably be hunting you. This game is easy to pick up, but hard to master. The rules are simple.
They kill you, they're better. You kill them, you're better.
And that about wraps it up for this big fat freebie Friday. I hope you have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you in a future video.